There is a quiet fear that lives inside many people. It's not the fear of failure, it's something deeper. It's the fear that one day you will wake up, look back at your life, and realize you could have been so much more than what you became. Not richer necessarily, not more famous, but more fulfilled, more impactful, more alive. The truth is that most people are not limited by talent, intelligence, or opportunity. They are limited by habits, mindsets, and choices that slowly drain their potential without them even noticing. Potential is a strange thing. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It shows up as a small idea in your mind, a curiosity, a skill you know you could develop, a life you know is possible if you just pushed a little harder. But many people silence that voice, and years later, they wonder where their potential went. Today, we're going to explore the subtle but powerful signs that someone may be wasting their potential. These signs are not meant to shame you, they are meant to wake you up, because once you see them clearly, you can begin to change them. The first sign you may be wasting your potential is that you are constantly busy, but rarely productive. Many people confuse activity with progress. They wake up early, rush through the day, check emails, scroll through messages, attend meetings, and complete small tasks that feel important in the moment. By the end of the day, they feel exhausted, but when they step back and look at what they actually accomplished, they realize very little has changed in their life. Being busy is easy. Real progress is harder. Productive people focus on things that move their life forward. They build skills, they create things, they solve meaningful problems. But people who are wasting their potential often spend most of their time reacting to life instead of designing it. They answer messages instead of writing ideas. They watch videos instead of building knowledge. They consume more than they create. Days turn into months, months turn into years, and slowly their potential fades into routine. The second sign you may be wasting your potential is that you avoid discomfort. Growth and discomfort are inseparable. Every meaningful improvement in life requires stepping into something unfamiliar. Learning a new skill feels awkward at first. Starting a business feels risky. Speaking in front of people feels intimidating. Trying something new feels uncertain. But people who waste their potential often organize their lives around comfort. They choose the easier path repeatedly. They stay in jobs that feel safe but uninspiring. They avoid challenges that could reveal their abilities. Comfort feels good in the moment, but over time it quietly becomes a page. And one day you realize the world moved forward while you stayed exactly where you were. The third sign you may be wasting your potential is that you spend more time comparing yourself than improving yourself. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to destroy motivation. When you constantly look at other people's achievements, lifestyles, and success stories, it becomes easy to believe you are already behind. Social media has amplified this effect. Every day you see someone traveling, launching a business, buying a house, or reaching a milestone. Instead of using those stories as inspiration, many people use them as proof that they are not good enough. But comparison steals the one thing that truly matters: your focus on growth. Successful people understand that the only meaningful competition is between who you were yesterday and who you are today. The fourth sign you may be wasting your potential is that you rarely finish what you start. Starting things is exciting. The beginning of a new project is full of energy, ideas, and optimism. But finishing requires discipline. Finishing means continuing even when the excitement fades. It means pushing through boredom, frustration, and setbacks. Many people have dozens of half-finished alls. They start learning a new skill, but stop after a few weeks. They begin a business idea, but abandon it when challenges appear. They make plans for change, but never follow through long enough to see results. Potential is not unlocked by starting things. It is unlocked by finishing them. The fifth sign you may be wasting your potential is that you underestimate yourself. This may sound surprising, but one of the biggest reasons people waste their potential is that they believe their abilities are smaller than they actually are. Somewhere along the way, they accepted a quiet narrative. They believe they are not smart enough to build something meaningful. They believe they are not confident enough to lead. They believe they are not talented enough to stand out. These beliefs become invisible boundaries around their lives, and because they believe those limits are real, they never attempt the things that could prove them wrong. But history shows something different. Many of the people who achieved extraordinary things were not the most naturally gifted. They were simply the ones who believed their potential was worth exploring. The sixth sign you may be wasting your potential is that you spend more time consuming information than applying it. We live in an era of endless information. There are podcasts about success, books about productivity, videos about mindset, and courses about every possible skill. Learning is powerful, but learning without action becomes a form of procrastination. Some people spend years studying success without ever building anything. They watch motivational videos every day, but never change their habits. They read books about business, but never start a project. They gather knowledge, but never test it in the real world. Information only becomes powerful when it transforms into action. The seventh sign you may be wasting your potential is that you surround yourself with people who discourage growth. Human beings are deeply influenced by their environment. The people around you shape your expectations, your habits, and your vision for what life can look like. If the people around you constantly complain about life, avoid responsibility, and resist improvement, it becomes very difficult to grow. Their mindset slowly becomes your mindset. On the other hand, when you spend time with people who are ambitious, curious, and disciplined, something interesting happens. Their energy pushes you forward. Potential thrives in environments that encourage progress. The eighth sign you may be wasting your potential is that you are afraid of failing publicly. Failure is uncomfortable, but public failure can feel terrifying. Many people worry about what others will think if they try something and it doesn't work. What will people say if your idea fails? What will they think if you make mistakes? What if you embarrass yourself? So instead of risking that discomfort, they choose inaction. But the irony is that the people who achieve the most visible success are usually the ones who have experienced the most visible failures. Every attempt teaches something valuable, and every lesson moves you closer to mastery. The ninth sign you may be wasting your potential is that you treat time casually. Time is the one resource that cannot be recovered. Money lost can be earned again. Opportunities missed can sometimes return. But time moves in one direction. Many people live as if time is unlimited. They postpone their goals. They delay their dreams. They tell themselves they will start next year, next month, or next week. But potential does not wait forever. The years pass quietly, and the opportunities that once felt abundant slowly become fewer. People who unlock their potential understand something deeply. They respect time. They know that every day is an opportunity to build something that did not exist before. And finally, the 10th sign you may be wasting your potential is that you have stopped imagining a bigger future for yourself. Children naturally dream about possibilities. They imagine careers, adventures, inventions, and achievements. But as people grow older, many begin to shrink their vision. They stop asking what they could become and start asking what is realistic. They trade curiosity for routine. They replace ambition with predictability. But potential lives inside imagination. Every great invention, business, or idea began as someone imagining something that did not yet exist. When you stop imagining a bigger future, you slowly stop moving toward one. The truth is that potential is not something reserved for a few lucky individuals. It exists in every person who is willing to explore it. It requires discipline. And most importantly, it requires the courage to believe that your life can grow beyond its current limits. If you recognized yourself in some of the signs we discussed today, don't see it as a judgment. See it as an opportunity. Awareness is the first step toward change. The moment you become honest about how you are living, you gain the power to begin living differently. Your potential is still there. It may be buried under habits, doubts, or distractions, but it has not disappeared. And the most powerful truth is this: it is never too late to start using it. If you enjoyed this video and want more insights about success, mindset, personal growth, and building a better life, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Because the ideas you learned today might be the ones that completely change the direction of your future. And remember, your potential is one of the most valuable things you have. Don't let it go to waste.